Hello guys, here I am for another video brought to you by Riyadh Quba, an English teacher. This is the fifth part of the lesson entitled Holidaying, devoted to baccalaureate students. If you're interested and you want to find out more, please continue watching this video. Welcome back. In the previous video, we talked about holidaying at the seaside in Tunisia and in the UK ages ago. To understand this video better, I would highly recommend that you watch the previous lesson. You can find the link to the video in the description box below. But here is a glimpse of what we talked about in the previous video. People used to dress in elegant fashions of the day. They would go to the seaside by train. Women used to use umbrellas to keep the sun off their faces, and they would change into their bathing costumes in bathing machines. They used to flock to see a sailing boat come in on the shore. They used to call ice cream hokey pokey. People visiting the seaside would wear their usual day clothes for walking on the beach. Now, let's learn something from these sentences. As you can see, I have highlighted used to and would in red, and that was on purpose. What are they and what do they express? That's what we will be talking about. As you can see from these examples, I was talking about what the seaside holiday in Tunisia in the UK looked like ages ago, what people used to do, and what they used to eat there. Note that I was not talking about the present time, but rather about the past. And I was talking about things that happened in the past that are not true anymore. To express that, as you can see, I have used to and would. First, we can use used to plus space form verb to talk about past actions, repeated past actions that don't happen anymore. For example, people used to dress in elegant fashions of the day. People used to flock to see a sailing boat come in on the shore, or to talk about past states that are not true anymore. For example, there used to be bathing machines on the shore. All of these sentences describe actions or situations in the past which are finished now. As for would plus base form verb, we use it to talk about only repeated past actions that don't happen anymore. For example, at sunset, men would go fishing and catch crabs for dinner. At night, all the family members would gather around a campfire. Again, these sentences are about situations and actions in the past which are finished. However, it is important to notice that all these sentences here are about actions or situations which were repeated again and again and again. So for example, going fishing and catching crabs and gathering around a campfire, all of these actions, all of these things were repeated many times again and again and again. So here I'm talking about repeated actions in the past. After going over these differences between used to and woulds, let's see how we form the negative and question forms. The negative form of used to is as follows: subject plus didn't used to plus base form verb. And the question form is did plus subject plus used to plus base form verb for yes or no questions, and question words plus did plus subject plus used to plus base form verb for WH questions. For example, I can say, did you used to catch crabs when you were young? For yes or no questions. And for WH questions, I can say, how did you used to spend your seaside holidays? Let's talk about something very important that you should keep in mind. What do you notice here? It is clear that the letter D has been removed in both the negative and the question forms. We don't add the letter D in these forms. Something else that should be mentioned here is the pronunciation of used to. It is pronounced with an S, not with a Z. So again, used to. So I can say I used to, he used to, she used to. Another point that I would like you to keep in mind is would for past habits is slightly more formal than used to. It is often used in stories. We don't normally use the negative or question form of would for past habits. Note that we cannot use would to talk about past states. For example, I cannot say, I would have long hair when I was a teenager. Why? Because having long hair is considered a state here. A state means the particular condition that someone or something is at a specific time. However, I can say I used to have long hair when I was a teenager because, as we said earlier, used to can be used with states. Let's move on now to the practice section. In this video, we have two activities. The first one is a quiz. All you have to do is to read the following questions and tick the best answer. As usual, pause the video for 10 minutes to do the exercise at your ease and then check your answers. You will find them at the end of this video. The second question is the following. Read the paragraph and circle the right alternative. That's all for me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up and also to make sure to subscribe to our channel so that you can get notified whenever I upload a new video. Question of the day. What things did you used to do when you were a child, and what things did you used to hate when you were a child? That's all for me. Love and peace. Riyadh.